guys, alright, so yesterday I got the new issue of InStyle in the mail. Hilary Swank is on the cover, and I loved her hair on the cover. I thought that it would be a great idea for a tutorial, so that is what I did today. I hate that I can't show a picture of it, like I can't hold up the magazine for whatever liability, or not liability, what's the word? Whatever. Anyway, I can't copyright. So I'll try to find a link and put it in the bottom bar, but to be honest, I never look at that anyway. So if you're just in the grocery store, like try to find the magazine and then you can see it. But yeah, it's just some big, loose, fun curls. So if you want to know how to get this Hilary Swank inspired do, then please keep watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is section off my hair. You don't have to do this, especially if you've done this technique before or you're pretty comfortable with doing your hair. You don't need to do this. However, if you're just starting, this will probably make it easier. So what you're going to do is section off. I would take this top section first, but leave out your sides. So start about at your ear and just grab this top section. It doesn't have to be perfect. I would probably, say the top of your head here. This is going to be the section that we're going to put in the rollers because I don't want a lot of curl in this, but she has a lot of fullness in her hair. All right, then I'm going to section this down. So right above the ear, I'm going to take this section and pin it out of my way. And I'm just using these claw clips. You can find them at Sally's. You can use bobby pins, hair ties, whatever you want. Okay, same thing on this side. From the ear down, section this out of my way. Oh yeah. Okay, now all of the hair that's down in the back, I'm going to use a curling iron on that. I'm going to do that last though because the curls are going to fall and I need something to do while my hair is in the Velcro rollers. So I am going to take this hair that is in the back and I'm just going to clip this out of the way so it doesn't get in my way. Alright, so now I'm going to start with the rollers. I'm going to start with the top. So I'm going to take this section down, and by the way, I have already put on my heat protectant. I use the Joico K-Pack Reconstruct Leave-In Heat Protectant. It's a foam, you put it in when your hair is damp, so I've already done that. Alright, I'm going to take this top section here. Now, you can take this as thick, as thin, as you want. The rule of thumb usually is don't go any wider than your rollers in both directions. So don't take more hair than that, and don't make it wider than that. So here's my section. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my teasing comb, tease a little bit at the root. Don't do a lot because this is the top section, so you will see if you have a rat's nest here. I'm going to take some hairspray, comb that hairspray through, and then I'm going to take my roller, put it in this top section, and roll it down. Okay, there we go. Now, also, this top roller, I'm not using the curling iron on because I don't want this to be curly. It's pretty smooth. All right, I'm going to take a neck section of hair just right underneath, so kind of in a triangle shape here. Same thing. Tease at the root, comb it through. I'm going to spray it, but this one I am going to use the curling iron on. I'm using a Hot Tools. This is my totally junky one I've had for years. I took my other big one to work, but this is a Hot Tools 1.5, I believe, 1.25. So I'm going to go up just to the ends and bump it under just a couple of times. I'm not going to go all the way to the roots, and I'm not going to leave it on for a long time. All I want is to get those ends smoothed out. Then I'm going to take my roller and roll that down and secure it with a clip. Okay, now I'm going to take a section of hair directly underneath this other roller, comb that out, tease at the root, Spray the section. Get just the ends in there. Let it out and roll it up. Now, like I said, you don't have to do the Velcro rollers if you want. What you're gonna get from them is more volume. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this other side and then I'll come back. All right, so I went ahead and did this last roller. So I have 2 rollers straight down in the back, 2 on the sides, rolled straight down in kind of a pyramid shape. Now I'm gonna work on my side section. I went ahead and took out my clip. I'm gonna use 2 rollers. Instead of rolling them straight down, I'm gonna roll them back because her hair in the picture on one side is sweeping away from her face. And she has a lot of volume here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it in half. I'm gonna take this top section and I'm really going to tease this behind, not in front, because this part is really, really full. Spray it with hairspray. Take my curling iron and roll it away from my face, all the way to the root. And I'm gonna hold this for a little bit longer than I did the rest because I want more curl here. Drop the curl. Now, the bigger the curling iron you use, the bigger, fuller hair you're going to have. If you use a tighter curling iron, you're going to have smaller curls. I always get asked that. People say, well, can I use this instead? Can I do this? Can I do this? Well, I mean, sure you can. But, you know, I don't know how it's going to look. That's what you just have to try. All right, so I have this last bottom section here. This roller's coming out. All right, so same thing. I'm going to tease at the root, spray my spray, curl this hair away from my face, all the way to the root. I don't know if you guys have ever used a curling iron when you don't have the tip on it. I keep trying to grab it, especially because I haven't used this one in a while. And I burned my finger. All right, let this fall. Roll it up. And clip it. All right, there we go. So next thing, I'm gonna do this side. Now, I am gonna roll this side differently, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna section off my bang here so it doesn't get in my way. So I'm gonna clip this out of the way. All right, now, in the picture, she has this side kind of going back away from her face. This side, except for her bang, is more towards her face. So I'm gonna do the same process that I used on this side. I'm just gonna roll forward instead of back. So I'm going to split this section in half. Clip this out of the way. Same thing. Tease at my roots because her hair is really full. Spray it. And this time I'm going to roll my curling iron forward, all the way to the root. Now, you've heard me say before, normally I do not like curls towards the face. I absolutely hate curls towards the face if you do them on both sides. However, for the purpose of this tutorial, I am doing this side towards my face, but that's because you get this really kind of great effect with having this side coming forward, the other side coming back. However, when you do them both forward, you get that like Little House on the Prairie vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this section and then I'll come back. All right, so for this top section in the back, because I went ahead and just curled everything because it's the same technique. The only thing I'm doing differently after I spray it, I'm teasing at the root before I curl it. I didn't do this to the lower sections. I'm just doing it to the top since my top will be so teased, I want it all to blend. All right, so now, once I have all my curls, I'm gonna spray them all. Then I'm going to let my top set for as long as you have. While you're doing your makeup, you can leave it on 10, 15, 20, an hour, I mean, whatever you have. You just want to make sure that they're on long enough for the curls to cool. So I'll come back when I take those out. All Alright, so now it's been about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to take my rollers out. My curls have fallen a little bit in the back, just from gravity. Okay, so I'm going to start with the ones in the back. There really isn't a rhyme or reason to taking your rollers out. I just pull them. You might have to unwind them if your hair's a little bit longer. All right, so I have all of those out. Now I'm going to take my sides out. All right, and my bang. All right, so now it's just about forming everything. But first, we must spray. I like hairspray. If you don't like it, don't use it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my fingers and just start at the ends and just work my fingers through my hair. Now, if you use a smaller curling iron, you might even need to brush out your curls so that you get more of like the bigger, looser looking curls and not really tight curls, because this look is just very loose. And I even will kind of take my fingers and pull them apart a little bit. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, you can tell this side is a little flat here. I don't have enough curl, which is fine, but for this look, I want a little bit more curl. So I'm just gonna take a section and just throw in a curl there. I'm gonna do one more behind it. And then I'm just gonna shake them out a little bit to give me a little bit more curl there. Okay? Okay, so now for a little bit of teasing. I'm gonna grab this section and tease a little bit behind, because she has a lot of lift out right here. And then I'm pretty good on fullness on top for the most part because of the rollers, but I'm just going to give it a little bit more height up there. And you can even take the tail of your comb and pull out your curls a little bit too. All right, now for the bangs. I'm gonna do some teasing right underneath, right where my part is, because she, if you look, she has a lot of lift right here. All right, I'm trying to scoot back so you can see a little bit better. All right, so here we go. This is the finished look. This is my kind of take on Hilary Swank's cover of InStyle. When you're done, you want to make sure you give it a good spray everywhere. So yeah, here it is. I hope you like it. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.